Hey everyone, welcome back to the Astral Tourist, where I wander around the non-physical realms and report back on all the strange, delightful, and sometimes baffling things I run into. Today's episode is a shorter one, and it's about something I never thought I'd say out loud. Hydrangea Gelato. Hydrangea Gelato. Now, I've seen lavender gelato in Europe and had some, and I loved it. But I've never, ever, here in the physical world, seen a hydrangea gelato. But I saw one in the astral. So this began a couple of nights ago after the Lizardtopia astral projection. I just thought I'd take it easy in the astral, and I wasn't even really trying. I thought if I pop out autonomously, I'll just make mental notes to remember anything interesting. So, I was just wandering around one of these larger astral malls, at the impossible architecture they have, food courts that just go on. Maybe some are run by monks and space pirates. I don't know. The standard fantastical Astral Mall experience. Something a lot lighter, right, than Lizardtopia. Anyway, I wandered into one of the shops, and in the dessert case, there was a hydrangea gelato. And there was like this image of a hydrangea, and I was like, what? I did like a double take. And then there was like this white looking gelato with some blue tinges or something, shimmering a little bit. There was a lady behind the counter. I remember she had dark hair. And I was like, hydrangea? And she sent a picture of a very vivid hydrangea into my mind. So she was telepathing with me like, yeah, hydrangea. And I was just so stunned by that for some reason. I don't know. I guess just because I never thought about hydrangea like that. And I found some weird food in the astral, but I was just like wowed. And I got pulled back to my body. So I didn't get to taste any on that trip. So a while ago, I discovered color changing drinks in the astral. Like literally watched the liquid shift hues right in the glass. And at the time, I assumed it was symbolic or, something with the energy. But when I woke up and looked it up, I learned about a real drink. Real drinks, I should say, made with butterfly pea flower tea. And if you add things like some lemon or something acidic like that, or even like hibiscus tea to it, it'll change colors. And it really does it. And it's a real thing, especially in Asia. And, I actually ordered that. And to me, on its own, it tastes a bit like chamomile tea. So weird food coming up is, I guess, becoming a theme, like things I find in the physical world after I've been in the astral. I had no idea before that about butterfly pea flower tea. Or you can put it in cocktails, too, and it's really cool with the vodka and stuff. So anyway, I decided, I wanted to go back to that gelato shop. So last night I actually was trying to go. So I just fell asleep when I was falling asleep. I didn't make it. And I tried a couple more times because I woke up a couple of times last night. And I succeeded in phasing into the shop during a wake back to bed method. It was just the usual wake back to bed. I was trying again. I'm like, I gotta find out more about that gelato. I was focusing on the energy of the mall and that picture of the gelato and the woman. And I phased right there again. So I tried it. Oh my gosh. Thank goodness it was still there. Sometimes things change in the astral or degrade, but it was still there. The same soft white gelato glow with the hydrangea image and some shimmer to it. And my taste in the astral isn't super great. I've said this a lot of times, I know, but it's true. And I want to say it, for the new people. So thanks everybody for tuning in, and welcome to all the new folks too. So I get more like impressions, flavor concepts, textures. And when I tried it, I had like this faint floral aftertaste. It was super light, super gentle, and I had no idea what to expect. The gelato part looked white, and I kept sensing like this bluish undertone, like a synesthesia, like I was tasting the bluish purple. And I'm not sure how else to describe it. It was a unique sensation. It was more of a sensation than just a taste thing. It was delicate, refreshing, surprisingly subtle. Yeah, maybe that's the word I'm looking for, is subtle. It was subtle but strong, wow. And of course, I woke up, curiosity won. I grabbed my phone and I looked it up. I was like, is there any such thing ever in this physical world about Hydrangea Gelato? And it's real. It's not common. And it's not actually made from actual hydrangea petals because they are mildly toxic. So even though I'm going on about this, never eat hydrangea because it's mildly toxic. And so here's where it gets really real. In Japan, there's something called the Ajisai season. I hope I said that right. And it's in June through early July. And they go all in on hydrangea inspired sweets. So these are hydrangea inspired. So soft serve parfaits, gelatos, shaved ice, fancy jelly desserts. Look like they were handcrafted by tiny fairies or something. And again, these are inspired, hydrangea inspired, because you don't want actual hydrangea due to it being mildly toxic. And so most of these treats actually use, get ready for it, butterfly pea flower for their coloring. The same magic I found out about, earlier on in the astral, that wonderful butterfly pea flower. And it gives it that soft blue to purple look that the hydrangeas are famous for. So really they're celebrating the season over there. They're getting a lot of hydrangeas blooming. And so, they're making these sweets that are inspired by that. And the flavor I was reading about is usually kept really gentle, lightly floral, faintly herbal, and sometimes mixed with tea. And that's basically exactly what I tasted in the astral. And now that I'm thinking about it more, how I was like perceiving it, I think a lot of that white might have been like some kind of a white tea, like just faintly in the background. I have not tried this in the physical. I don't know if I will ever get to. So I just wanted to get on really quick and share a fun one with you here. So, having another moment where astral projection somehow taps into rare but very real things that actually physically exist out there in the world. It wasn't just some random, dream Sunday. I mean, this thing was very specific, and then I found it. And I love when I find things in the physical that I've seen in the astral that I know I had no knowledge of. So that's always really fun too. So it's a specialty seasonal dessert that people actually line up for. And, apparently that Astral Mall has some kind of excellent connections to Japanese seasonal dessert trends. I don't know. Who knew? That's my little adventure for this quick little episode, tracking down that gelato shop, tasting it, and then discovering its real world counterpart. So remember, do not eat hydrangeas ever. But they do have inspired desserts in Japan. Wow. If you enjoyed the episode, please like, subscribe, and share it. Until next time, happy taste testing in the astral.